Right, managed to cock that up, which is just what I wanted to do. Now this here this is basically a dead typical problem. I get asked this loads. And it's really an example of if you're going to do a Mortice and Tenon joint and you're going to want shoulders all the way around to be dead tight. Now this is a problem you're always going to get. Basically, your mortise is a bit cockeyed. And what it does is it sends, you might be able to even see, the rail off at a bit of an angle. So what you end up with is a perfectly square cut tenon shoulder all the way around. We did it with a knife and a square so we know it's right. It's tight here. It's dead tight, that's bloody perfect. Turn it around, you've got a great big sodding gap. Now I can get my bloody pencil in there. It ain't good at all. Now in a lot of cases, with old furniture and stuff even I build, if I ain't going to see the inside, I deliberately cut that back shoulder back anyway. I don't care about the gap. Sometimes you do want it right all the way around. And not only that, but you might not want this twist. You might want this rail to run very square to whatever this might be. So how do we fix that? Well, what I wouldn't do is try to pare the tenon into that angle. I wouldn't try to make this a compound joint. So what I'll do instead is basically the opposite side to where the gap is. So the gap's here. On this side, I'm going to pare the mortise wall to basically allow the tenon to kink over a bit. If I rag that out, it's a bit of a good fit. Let's just check these go in the right way round. So basically what I'm going to do is pare this wall because this was the loose side. So the opposite side to where the gap is, we're going to pare the mortise wall. I'll pop it in a vise. And just get over it and you're able to see. So basically the inside of that now, if we was going to be really like exaggerated, it's going to be almost a slight dovetail shape where it's a little bit wider at the bottom. So if you're going to start analysing this with theory, you're going to start panicking. But don't. I think these tight tenons are a new thing anyway. But get that back in. See, it's still tight at the top, still a nice fitting joint. And in all honesty, all of your rack resistance anyway over time is going to come from the shoulders and a peg. So let's see where we're at here. And that's done it. That is now cock on. So there's no twist in the joint. Very, very little if I really wanted to make it happen. It's a minor adjustment. This thing is not a, we're not turning this into, straight there and it's like that over here. It's a very minor adjustment. And once you put your glue in it, it'll fill it, it'll be fine. So that's how I adjust it. It's dead easy. Now that problem is common. I get that problem still now. You're never going to get, if you're after perfectly tight joints, you're never going to get that accurate just by eye. Even after years of doing it, you're always going to be slightly off, so don't judge yourself for that. Well, a few tips really to get that going your way is a dead square ground chisel. That's cockeyed. Your mortise is going to be cockeyed. So get that as square as you can. And another thing, can do. I do this even if I've got loads of the same joint to cut today. But it's very good even if you've just got the one to do and you're a beginner, is to just drag this out. If we were to put a mortise over here, I've basically got this little guide. It's got a little notch in, and that represents basically how far in we want the mortise. That's dead parallel to that. You just clamp it on and you can then mortise along. You see how that's going to act as a fence and keep your chisel pretty close to square. You normally get cock on with something like that. So that's a way around it. But you're always going to have to do a little bit of fettling the mortise. Don't be scared of that. Unless you're cutting your mortise with a bloody router, you know, and it's all machine cut, you're never going to get it bang on freehand like this.